I still feel some side effects from the last session, even though it was like 3 days ago. I still feel tired, have worse sleep, and just feel like a zombie. Although, I think it would be worse if I wasn't doing some recovery on the side. Stretching isn't the only answer, you know. If you actually look deep into this, if you look deep into like catabolic states, if you look into fascia, and fascia just plasticity and all these things, which are quite complicated. You know, normal bodybuilder just doesn't really care about this. Actual martial artists have to care about this because you're fighting people on a daily basis, and when it happens, your body just breaks down. You really think that just some average guy that does PPL could go into fighting gym for 7 days straight or 6 days straight, just like he does in bodybuilding gym, and fight people? He'll just either get injured in like day 3 or just on day 1 because he just wants to muscle his way into just beating his opponent. His neck would be sore for sure. So the point of this is that I found an actually helpful information in an old wrestling DVD or an instructional. And since wrestlers are just beasts, muscular, explosive, all these things, the list just goes on, I thought it could actually help me, and it really does. What it said is that after each and every martial arts session, your body enters a catabolic state, which means it breaks down muscle. But this also means you can reverse it. And reversing it is what I precisely did. It rhymed. What you need to do is get 40 grams of protein in about a 40-minute window after the session. This just negates or even reverses the catabolic state into an anabolic one, which means your body builds muscle instead of destroying it. And I don't know if it's just placebo or something, I really do feel some difference. I feel like I would be sore for much longer. I would feel just more destroyed, more like a zombie. But now I feel better. Other than just eating protein after it, which is kind of like the obvious information, I was stretching a lot. I actually stretch after each session if I have the time for it, to just keep loose, keep injury free and all these things. And then I come home, eat my 40 grams of protein, stretch again, but just different stretches. You have to stretch your neck in like 10 different ways, which is kind of wild. Also your whole body. You don't think just stretching will help you so much, but it actually does. BJJ and all martial arts just constrict your muscles so that your body doesn't get broken the next time it goes. But it's kind of counterintuitive because, yeah, on the one hand, your body gets just firmer and all these things, but on the other, you can just suffer worse injuries than if you were actually loose. Instead of straining a muscle, instead of stretching a pec, you could tear it, and it's just too much of a risk. So yeah, you should stretch a lot. I don't know, I can give you, make a front split and side split, that's all you need. Then just bring your head to the knee and yeah, you're like looser than 99% of the population. When it comes to injury prevention, is also good. Other than that, thankfully, I have just a gift from God, from what I can say. My mother is a physiotherapist. She knows what I do, and she helps me like through all the injuries, through all the troubles I have. And the massages and the cupping and all these things just helps extremely. It feels nice on one hand, but on the other hand, you're not as sore on the next day as if you wouldn't get this like physiotherapy treatment. Also, when injuries inevitably come, she helps me overcome those with just some specific exercises on the specific injury. Like one time I had problems with my knees, and she just felt around my quad, felt around my thigh and my calf, And just from touching it, she knew that my anterior tibialis, which is the muscle that flexes your foot up, was just overused and was just hanging on for dear life. This muscle actually stabilizes your knee, and since I've been overusing it with my butterfly hooks to just keep opponents off balance, she just precisely spotted it, and I was kind of amazed at one point. The other thing was just the classical motherly vibe of just shouting at me, "What do you think? You can injure yourself, you're gonna have problems when you're older." Just, okay, can you help me? Yeah, I can. And just went on. This kind of just, not even banter, these arguments with my mother, I'm starting to like them, but in a funny way, not just like I like them because she abuses me or something. That would be weird and yeah, kind of fucked up. But I really care about her and really care about the fact that she cares for me so much. Yeah, open up for some reason, doesn't really matter. Anyway, injury prevention and recovery is like top tier. I could go also swimming, which would decompress my spine and all these things. But yeah, I really think I should, and I probably will. Sauna is another thing. If I just put these all things in place, I really think it would be just indestructible. Like come home from a session with an arm broken, like bent to the other side, and after this one day I'll be just like new. Even though it's not realistic, it just makes a nice metaphor. Totally healed out and all these things. Anyways, that's the 8. This evening there will be a wrestling session and a grappling session. And I still hope I won't get my ass kicked. Other than that, I don't really have anything to share. Really hungry, it's 7:30 AM and yeah, I haven't ate. Thank you for watching. See ya.